Hey, food lovers! Today we're diving into some surprising history. Like, seriously surprising. I'm talking hold the schnitzel, my pretzel just unraveled. Surprising. Did you know that some of the foods we enjoy today were actually introduced during World War II by Nazi Germany? It's true, we're going there. It's a wild ride, but hey, somebody's got to do it, right? Let's take a look at 5 of these foods that have stood the test of time and become worldwide successes. Buckle up, Buttercup! First up, we've got Fanta. Now, I know what you're thinking. Fanta? That super sugary orange drink? No way that's got Nazi ties. But my friends, it's true. Picture it, 1940s Germany. Trade embargoes are in full effect, making it basically impossible to get that sweet, sweet Coca-Cola syrup into the country. The Coca-Cola factory in Germany was basically like, okay, what do we do now? We've got a whole factory here and nothing to make. Enter Fanta. They had to get creative, right? So they started experimenting with whatever ingredients they could get their hands on. And boom! Fanta was born. It wasn't the Fanta we know and kind of sort of love today, though. Think more along the lines of like a weird concoction of leftover fruit scraps and who knows what else. Honestly, it's probably better not to dwell on it. But hey, desperate times call for desperate measures, am I right? The crazy part is, Fanta was a huge hit in Germany despite its, shall we say, humble beginnings. It was like the drink of the people. So next time you're sipping on a Fanta, just remember it's wild, slightly uncomfortable to talk about origins. It's a testament to the fact that even in the darkest of times, people gotta have their sugary drinks, I guess. Next up, we've got instant coffee. Now, I know what you're thinking. Instant coffee, that stuff tastes like dirt and disappointment. And you're not wrong. But hey, sometimes you need a caffeine fix and you need it fast, right? Well, that's exactly what the Nazis were thinking back in the day. They needed a way to keep their soldiers alert and ready for action, and they needed it to be something they could whip up quickly and easily on the battlefield. Enter instant coffee. See, brewing a decent cup of coffee takes time, and time was something the Nazis didn't have a lot of. So they tasked their scientists with coming up with a faster, more efficient way to get their caffeine fix. And boom! Instant coffee was born. I mean, it wasn't pretty. The taste was questionable, to say the least, but it did the job. And the thing is, after the war, instant coffee kind of stuck around. It became a staple in pantries around the world, a quick and easy way to get your caffeine fix without all the fuss and muss of brewing a whole pot. So yeah, next time you're stirring a spoonful of that questionable brown powder into your mug, just remember, you've got the Nazis to thank for it. All right, let's talk about margarine. Now, I know margarine doesn't exactly scream culinary masterpiece. It's basically the awkward stepchild of the butter world. But believe it or not, back in World War II, margarine was a hot commodity. See, butter was in short supply thanks to rationing and, well, the whole global war thing. So the Nazis, always resourceful, gotta give them that, started looking for a substitute. Enter margarine. It wasn't exactly a new invention, but the war definitely helped it rise to prominence. Made from vegetable oils, margarine was cheaper and more readily available than butter, making it the perfect wartime substitute. Of course, it didn't taste nearly as good as the real deal, but hey, beggars can't be choosers, right? And you know what? People got used to it. After the war, margarine stuck around, becoming a staple in many households. It's kind of amazing when you think about it. A food born out of necessity during a time of war and hardship has become a common sight in kitchens around the world. It just goes to show you never know what weird food trends are going to come out of a global conflict. Okay, let's be honest. Who doesn't love the smell of vanilla? It's warm, comforting, and it just makes everything better. But during World War II, real vanilla was about as rare as a unicorn wearing a monocle. See, most vanilla came from far-off exotic places that were pretty hard to get to during a global conflict involving, submarines and stuff. So what did the resourceful Nazis do? They invented synthetic vanilla, of course. That's right, those crafty devils figured out a way to recreate the flavor of vanilla using, well, science. It wasn't exactly the same as the real deal, but it was close enough, and it did the trick when it came to adding a touch of sweetness to their wartime treats. And the thing is, synthetic vanilla was just cheaper and easier to produce than the real deal. So even after the war ended, it stuck around. Next time you're baking up a storm and reach for that bottle of vanilla extract, take a moment to appreciate the weird, slightly artificial history of this kitchen staple. Last but not least, we have Knorr soup. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I have a soft spot for a warm bowl of soup. It's like a hug in a bowl, especially when it's cold outside. But did you know that Knorr soup, that pantry staple, has roots in World War II? It's true. The war created a huge demand for food that could be transported easily and stored for a long time without going bad. Soldiers on the front lines needed something that was both nourishing and convenient, and that's where Knorr soup came in. See, Knorr had already been around for a while before the war, but the conflict really helped to boost its popularity. The company's dehydrated soups were perfect for wartime rations. Just add water, heat, and bam! You've got yourself a hot meal. And you know what? People loved it. Knorr soup was a hit with soldiers and civilians alike. After the war, it continued to be a popular choice for busy families on the go. It's kind of amazing to think that something as simple as a bowl of soup could provide comfort and sustenance during such a tumultuous time in history. So there you have it, folks. 5 surprisingly popular foods with roots in Nazi Germany. It's fascinating to see how these products, born out of necessity during a dark time in history, have evolved and become staples in our kitchens today. From Fanta to Knorr soup, these foods serve as a reminder that even in the midst of conflict and hardship, human ingenuity and the need for, well, a decent snack can prevail. It just goes to show that food history is full of surprises. Who knew that something as simple as a can of soup could have such a complex and unexpected backstory? So next time you're reaching for one of these wartime staples, take a moment to appreciate its unique journey from the battlefields of World War II to your pantry. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more intriguing food history. Until next time, happy eating!